What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? I know. Listen, y'all would have got the video yesterday had I went to work, okay? Um, I'ma just tell y'all, we messed up out here in the Midwest, okay? We are messed up out here in the Midwest. Uh, what wound up happening is Tuesday night. Well, actually, they said that, you know, I kept on hearing people talk about some, oh, it's supposed to be a little winter storm coming. And I was like, you know what? The East Coast got their stuff or whatever. And it was like 40 degrees outside Tuesday. It was over 40 degrees. And if this weather got my sinuses, as I always say, so if you hear me breathing, that's what it is. It's not just because I'm a fat bitch, but it's just breathing. Uh you know, but and I literally just came in the house, okay? I said let me go ahead and get this video. It's delayed already, but you know, the East Coast had their winter storm and had to go through all of that stuff. Baby, I don't know where this one came from. They said, listen, it might be a winter storm coming. We supposed to be getting like over a foot, maybe 2 feet of snow, whatever. And I said, please, okay? Girl, this is how the weather play games with you, because when I tell you it was warm as shit, okay? Monday it was like 30 something degrees, okay? And then Tuesday it was like 40 something degrees. I was like, what is this? And I mean, it melted everything that was left over from the last snowfall, okay? And I'm just sitting here like, it wouldn't do that. It wouldn't do that, okay? It wouldn't melt everything and then just let everything come back. Oh, but Lord, it did, okay? Like around, I say around 11, 10 o'clock or something, it starts snowing, okay? Or it probably started snowing earlier than that and I didn't realize it, but it wasn't sticking, okay? It wasn't sticking. But then around 11 o'clock, I looked outside and I had took a video of it and put it on my Instagram if y'all want to see it. But oh, bitch, it was like a blanket of snow everywhere. It was just white outside. I said, excuse me, what is this? Girl, I came back around 2 something just to look, and it was a little bit deeper. I said, oh my goodness, okay? And I said, you know what, Ashley, you gonna go to work? Regardless of what's going on, it's not going to be as bad as you think, okay? It's not going to be as bad as you think. And then I had to think about it, and I said, them snowflakes was pretty goddamn big, okay? Girl, I opened up the door in the morning because my boss had sent a mass group text for the job and said, if anybody is not coming, just let me know. You know what I'm saying? It was early. It was like 7:20. Bitch, I went to go, and I wasn't even up. I just heard the phone vibrate. I went to go look out the door. Girl, where I tell you, you couldn't even... Bitch, the snow was halfway up on it, like a third up on the door, okay? I'm sitting here like, what the fuck? So literally, you would have to get the shovel to dig, to stand on the porch, okay? Just to stand on the porch. The stairs were not visible. Literally, you could slide down the stairs like a goddamn sled, okay? Put a sled down there and slide down that bitch, okay? The fucking snow on the goddamn sidewalk, you know, let's say this the sidewalk, bitch, it was up here and then some, okay? I'm sitting here like, excuse the fuck out of me. Now, the last time this did this and everybody got snow all over the country like this, and then Texas had that shit, bitch, it was days that we was still digging out. I said, you know what? Let me text her right here, right now. Bitch, I ain't coming in. I said, Miss Lady, I'm not coming in. She was like, cool. Come to find out, when I came to work today, girl, they had closed our location down because ain't nobody called in. I mean, ain't nobody come in. They had to close us down because none of us was coming in. We couldn't get that. And then, mind you, when she texted at 7:20, I looked at to see what the Uber price was going to be, because when we had that last big winter storm, that's when Uber went the fuck crazy, okay? Uber and Lyft, it went crazy for damn near a year or so, okay, with the prices or whatever. Baby, at 7:20, it was 50 something dollars just to get down there to my job. I said, you know what? Hell no. Okay, because I know if it was going to be that price at that time, it was going to be more. Okay, it was going to be more at 10 o'clock. Okay, wait a minute, 8. Bitch, it was Wednesday. So, yeah, it was going to be more around 9 o'clock because that's what time I leave out the house to get to work by 10. I said, oh, no, this ain't going to work. Let me take my alarm off. I'm finna take my ass right the fuck back to bed. And I'll just lay up in here and get some strength so I can go out there and shovel this shit. And, bitch, that's what the fuck I did. And let me tell you something. I got all my exercise in for the whole fucking week just from yesterday. and today, because when I got to goddamn work, it was so much shit that was just piled the fuck up. I was just annoyed, okay? My muscles hurt so bad right now. I had to take some pills when I got in because that's how bad my shit is on fire, all right? I know I'm gonna sleep good tonight, but that's what happened, y'all. I was so damn tired yesterday. I can only give y'all one video, okay? And then I had left my notes at work, so there it is. But that's enough, you know. I hope everybody else is being safe, okay? But let's get into what's been going on for the past week. I mean, to honest, I had to struggle and stretch to get these little notes and entertainment just to give y'all something, you know, because I just didn't want to come on here and just talk about a couple of things that really was cute. You know, Rihanna popped out a couple of days ago and said, hey girls, hey guys, I know you guys been thinking, you know, I might be pregnant or whatever, but it wasn't true. At least that's what I told y'all back in the day. It wasn't true, but it's true. I'm pregnant. I said, bitch, congratulations. That's how I felt. That's how I felt because, you know, when you're a fan, it's like the selfish part of you be like, damn, so that means we really not getting no music. But at the same time, you like, it's about time. You know what I'm saying? Let her live her life. And you sit back and you think, and you like, Rihanna really ain't got to do shit else, okay? If Rihanna wanted to just kick her feet up, breastfeed her baby, and watch her baby grow, and not do nothing else but put out some damn Fenty makeup or whatever, baby, that's all she got to do. That's all she got to do, okay? All she got to do is sign the papers and make sure the check clears. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And she would be well in her right. And I wouldn't even mind her doing that, okay? Because, listen, like, girl, she ain't got shit else to prove. She ain't got nothing else to prove. You know, I just be wanting people to be happy. And if that's what's going to make them happy, just go ahead and do it. She looked beautiful, okay? She looked beautiful. Let me just tell you this. Out of all of the pregnancy photo shoots that I've seen from these celebrities, I will say that even though, you know, I like Beyonce's was cute, Beyonce's was creative or whatever, Nicki was a lot, okay? Nicki was a lot of colors, all right? But I still like it. It fit her, you know what I'm saying? But it was the simplicity of Rihanna's little announcement. You know, I think they said they was up in Harlem under a bridge or whatever, and she was just outside with this vintage Chanel on, the coat just open up the belly, showing the belly or whatever, and some wide leg long jeans, okay? And she just, it was simple. It was so simplistic, and I was like, yes, okay? That's my favorite. That's my favorite. It's already my favorite because it was just, it was relatable, bitch. It was, we didn't have to do all that other stuff or whatever. It was relatable as hell. And I was just like, you know what? Congratulations. You know, some people got an issue with A$AP Rocky. It's understandable. It's understandable. And I seen somebody tweet, you know, can people grow from what they said, from what they did? Yeah, people can, but yeah, we have not seen. I don't know if he came out with a, you know, that was when I was young and I was dumb and I said something stupid or whatever back then because, you know, I was stupid. You know what I'm saying? I was ignorant to what was going on and I was just being a little selfish and a little naive. But, you know, I haven't seen anything like that being said on his part, maybe because I don't check for him. So I don't know. But that's Rihanna, man. That ain't none of my business. And I hope they have a wonderful child, a pregnancy that's problem free. You know what I'm saying? I just hope everything goes well, you know. Moving on from that, also Judy and the Brat, okay? They're expecting their first baby together. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cute. And people was like, are they married? Are they married? No, they're not married yet, because if you watch their reality show, Judy Loves Brat, or Brat Loves Judy, they came on towards the end of last year, right after Growing Up Hip Hop. Basically, they supposed to be getting married February 22nd, 22. Okay, so they supposed to be getting married this month. That's what they said they gonna do. The Brat got that shit tattooed on her back and everything. Girl, I ain't never getting no shit. I ain't getting no wedding day tattooed on me. Because what if we break up? And I'm going to be so mad that I got to look at that shit every fucking... Cover this shit up, okay? Just cover it up, all right? But, you know, congratulations to them. I'm glad that, you know, they still hanging in there. They still doing the damn thing. So, congrats to them. Now, goddamn it. This one, I don't know whether to say congratulations or to be like, on the one hand, congratulations because kids are a blessing, okay? Whether they're planned or not, kids are a blessing, okay? We're going to say that. But this motherfucker right here, I'm sorry, he needs to put a cap on it, okay? I don't understand what the issue is with Nick Cannon, and y'all can miss me with that. Oh, well, because he has this disease, he got lupus, and he might not be. You got enough, okay? That cannot be the reason. That cannot be the reason why you want to keep procreating, keep procreating, keep procreating. And yes, I understand that he can financially take care of them. But what I'm looking at is the fact that you cannot divide yourself and be at all of these different households at the same time, okay? Because you know damn well he's gonna miss some valuable moments. He's gonna miss some moments. There's gonna be some of them babies that he's gonna miss their first step because not only do he probably gonna be at this person's house and seeing this child while missing this child, he also has to work, and he works a lot. Like, Nick has his hands in a lot of shit, which I just don't understand how he has not burnt out yet. Okay, because when I tell you, it's like him and Kevin Hart, them motherfuckers be every goddamn where, and I'm just like, oh my god, slow the fuck down. Okay, but at this point, Nick got to do what he got to do to take care of 8 motherfucking miles. All right, that is crazy. All right, we had sympathy for him because he did lose a child, unfortunately, to he had cancer, and next thing you know, a few months later, it comes out, he did earlier said that he was going to practice celibacy. That's what he was talking to his therapist about. And I'm glad that he said that he was talking to a therapist. But then all of a sudden, a few days ago, it came out, well, somebody, I think it was TMZ, leave it to goddamn TMZ. TMZ or one of these blogs had put out a picture of him at what looked like to be a gender reveal party. Okay. And we didn't know whether or not he was just there or if it was his. And I said 9 out of 10 it was his because it's Nick Cannon. And when that came out, it forced him to go ahead and to confirm that that's what it was. It was his gender reveal party with somebody else. This new girl named Bree. Okay. And she's in her feelings because she didn't want it to come out like that. And I would be in my feelings about that too. If I wanted to have some privacy, because all of his other kids' announcement, they were able to take it and put it out there when they needed to on their own time. This got leaked, okay? And whoever did that, they're wrong for that. They're really, truly wrong, and they need to check their circle and whoever's selling this stuff to TMZ or whoever blog, okay? Because that's trash and that's wrong, all right? You don't take that moment from another person, you know what I'm saying? But it's also the sensitivity aspect of it. Like I said, you just lost a child. The child's mother comes out and, she has some things to say, to the point that Nick had to get on his show and to, apologize for the way that he was commenting on the fact that he was having another baby. And, I guess I didn't hear what he said, but I guess it probably could be perceived as a little bit insensitive, especially given the situation that was going on with the child, the passing of the child. And, I'm glad that he did come out and acknowledge that, and try to correct that. I just want him to slow down. He said that he was, and I think he still is practicing celibacy, but he found out during the time that he started to be celibate that he was going to have another baby. Okay. And I'm just like, we can't just blame him. It's these women as well. Y'all are willingly raw dogging this man, and you know how he is and all of the children that he has, okay? And you still say, I don't care. What is he telling you, that I will pull out so we ain't got to use protection? I don't like how a condom feel, okay? Because I can't really feel it. I want to be able to feel it. I want that natural. I pull out. Let me just put the tip in. Is that what he's saying to y'all? Because I just don't understand it. I don't understand somebody who willingly will want to be the umpteenth number baby mother to anybody, okay? You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I'm not hating, but I'm just looking at the circumstances and I'm thinking about the kids, you know what I'm saying? And it's just I feel for the kids, but financially they're going to be okay. Okay. For right now, you can say that he's being a good dad because we don't hear nothing negative being said about him, but that's for right now because the kids are literally kids, babies, toddlers, so they can't really say nothing. So, hey, it is what it is, except for rock and roll. But you know, all power to Nick Cannon. I just want him to get that fixed, okay? Like, you just need to calm that down. And I want you girls, if y'all gonna lay down with him, please, condoms, okay? Birth control, whatever. Do something, you know what I'm saying? And is it me? And I ain't want to put this out here, but is it me or does just about all of his baby mama fit a certain criteria? Something ain't light in the milk. Okay. I'm just saying. Y'all seen it, okay? I'm like, shit. Do he got a black? No, okay, let me stop. Let me stop. Let me move on. Let me move on. Let me move on. I don't want to start now. I don't want to tussle, okay? Because, moving on from that. Happy Black History Month. Um, Girl, you want to know who going through it at this point? I just don't understand what's going on with Summer Walker. Okay. And I don't say this in a negative place because, people always trying to, when it comes to, especially when it comes to a black woman, or a woman in general, but especially a black woman, when they cut their hair or whatever, people always got to say, oh, something going on with them and mentally they not right or whatever. But and I don't like that narrative. I don't like that narrative because one should be able to do whatever it is that they want to do. And sometimes when people cut their hair, they cut it because they want a fresh new start. There's many reasons too. And it doesn't have to mean anything mental or anything deep. They just probably wanted to cut their hair. And that could very well be the case with Summer Walker. But I'm just going to be honest with y'all, okay? Because we family, right? We cool, right? And I can say this. Summer Walker, to me, I don't get her hype, but she does come off to me, like she could be a cool person, but she gives me like it's not all the way there all the time. Am I the only one that kind of feel that way? No judgment because, bitch, I ain't all the way there. But, I just get that from her, and all the stuff that she's been going through with the drama with, her baby dad and all of this other stuff, it I don't know if that's could be it or whatever, or, this really could be just her wanting to do whatever the fuck it is that she want to do. It's none of my business. I just want to say that. But I don't like the way people been coming at her and making jokes about her, even though she do look a little crazy. Well, let me take that back. I don't want to say that she do. Listen, I just wish she shaved her head. Okay, you got to be careful with the words that you use. Okay, she shaved her head and she left a little patch, and she got a little ponytail, a little lock ponytail or whatever, literally just a little circular. Okay, and to me, the only problem of it was it would have looked a little bit better had she would have had it like, you could tell that she literally just did it. She literally just took a clipper and just did like that. I wanted it to be, a little tightened up, okay? Like a little smooth, whatever, smoothed out and all that stuff. That's all I needed to tighten that up, line it up a little bit, and it'll be fine with me. But what I don't appreciate is London on the tracks of the baby mama Ebony. Like, I don't understand what that girl problem is. Summer is not talking about this girl because, if she was throwing shots or subliminals or whatever, the blogs will be picking it up and be posting it on there, and they would have got it. They be always clocking everybody's stuff, okay? And so as soon as this happens, she want to post on her IG talking that she look like this person and all this stuff, and oh, y'all need to quit lying to that girl. Y'all know that girl look a mess or whatever. And it's like, why are you so concerned about this girl? none of the other baby mamas are this deep in that. Even if they do got issues with Summer, none of the other baby mamas have been, just reporting everything and talking about, commenting on everything that she says, everything that she does. And I just don't understand it. I'm like, do you got her notifications on? You're acting like an obsessed fan right now that is not getting the attention that you want from this person. Okay? Because every time that girl do something, here comes the other girl just posting and saying something. And I'm just like, go take. Don't you got a life? Like it's giving obsession. Okay, obsession. Okay, and it's just it's weird. It's weird, and I want you to get help for that, and I want you to stop. Okay, I want you to really stop. All right, let Summer do whatever the fuck it is Summer want to do, and if she ain't personally coming at you and attacking you, then shut the fuck up and mind your business. You ain't got to comment on everything. Damn. Moving on from that, the verses. There is a new verses now. To be told, I can honestly say that I am surprised that Versus has made it all the way to 2022. That means that we have literally been doing this for what, 2 years or something, or 2.5, 3 years or whatever. I can't remember when Versus started, but it's been what, 2.5 years or something like that. I don't know. It's been a minute. It's been a minute, okay, and we're still here doing Versus. I'm not as hyped as I was in the beginning for the verses. That I will honestly tell you that. But I tune in, okay, because now we got an R&B verses, an R&B soul verses. It's gonna be Anthony Hamilton versus Music Soul Child. And that's one I would like to see. Will I actually review it? No, but that's one that I'm gonna watch, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna come on while I'm at work. So I'm gonna be watching that work. I ain't got shit else to do, girl. But I'm gonna watch it. It comes on February the 15th. Now y'all tell me who y'all got. Y'all got Music Soul Child or y'all got Anthony Hamilton? Honestly, Music got it for me, okay? Music got it for me because he got some of my favorite love songs or whatever. So, and I do like Anthony Hamilton, but Music, that's my dog. That's my dog. But hey, it is what it is. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about that. Um Also, we have to give rest in peace to um, Chelsea Chris. I hope I'm saying her name right. She was the 2019 winner, Miss USA crown. She was the Miss USA in 2019, and I know that she did some corresponding work with Extra TV. Um, she did work here and there. I went back and because I never heard of her before. Because I used to watch Extra. I used to watch Extra and Access Hollywood back in the day, like probably a few years ago. But I've been stopped watching it just because I didn't have time and I went home to watch it. But I don't watch the pageant stuff, whatever, so I'm not into that. But I just went back and I watched some of her videos that was on her social media, and like she was a beautiful young woman, uh, bubbly personality, and just an overall good person from what I saw of the clips, from what I saw on her social media, from what I heard people saying about her. Unfortunately, she took her own life. Okay, and this is the second week that we're coming to talking about somebody taking their own life, and it's just, you never really, it's like, what can you say that hasn't been said already, especially when it comes to mental health and it comes to checking in on people. I can't stress that enough, that we have to be more knowledgeable. We have to be more aware. We have to be more of a looking out for people than we are doing. And a lot of us are going through a lot of stuff, especially since this pandemic happened, and the way the course of the world and the course of these things are going, it has heightened some things that's probably already been with some of us. It has brought it out a little bit more, or it has developed and we didn't even know that it was there. It just came out of nowhere. And sometimes it's just a little bit difficult, more difficult to deal with. I don't know what was going on with her, but unfortunately she chose a permanent solution to her issues, and I just feel sad. I just feel sad for her mom. I feel sad for her family. I feel sad for everybody that knew her. in one way or another. And I don't want to hear any more about anybody else taking this route. Um, and I can't tell them not to, because who am I? But I just want people to be able to talk to one another, you know? And it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done, but we just have to be more aware. You know, people keep on saying, we got to keep on saying, you know, check on your strong friends. It ain't just check on your strong friends. Check on everybody, okay? Check on everybody, you know? So rest in peace to her. Condolences to her family and everything. Um, moving away from that heavy topic, we get into the ex NFL coach Brian Flores. Y'all, I'm drinking more water. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of myself. Like, for the past couple of weeks especially, I have been doing so good, y'all. So good. Anyway, sometimes you gotta toot your own horn, okay? Sometimes you gotta acknowledge the fact that you are keeping on track, okay? You know, but yeah. Brian Flores, he came out. He was the former head coach of the Miami Dolphins, the New York Giants, and the Denver Broncos. Okay. Basically, he came out for a lawsuit. Well, he's filed a lawsuit against the NFL, as well as the New York Giants, the Denver Broncos, and I got this from ESPN. Y'all know I don't know shit about sport like that, okay? I'm just saying. In which was filed in Manhattan Federal Court on Tuesday. He alleges discrimination was the leading factor when it came to his interview process with the Giants and the Broncos, as well as his firing from Miami Dolphins. In the lawsuit, he details the alleged incidents of discrimination and said that he was treated with disdain and held out as someone who was non-compliant and difficult to work with after he refused to follow certain demands from Dolphin owner Stephen Ross. He claims that after he was hired in 2019, Ross tried to get him to purposely lose games by offering $100,000 for every game that the team lost in order to impact the team's draft position. He claimed that he was pressured into recruiting a prominent quarterback at the end of 2019 season, which Flores refused so as to not violate the NFL's rules on tampering. He was eventually fired on January 10, 2022, despite recording the franchise's first back-to-back winning season since 2003. He also alleged that the Giants interviewed him last month for their head coaching vacancy for no other reason than compliance with the NFL's Rooney Rule, which requires teams to interview minority candidates for their open positions. Baby, basically, the Giants wanted a diversity hire. Okay, that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? That Rooney Rule was the diversity hire. All right, everybody got to get a chance, you know, even if we were going to hire him or not, you know, just to say that we interviewed a person of color. You know what I'm saying? He said basically that they wanted to have him throw games. Okay. I'm sitting here like, damn, so y'all still do shit like that? And only for $100,000? Mind you, the Broncos and I think the Dolphins, or one of them, a couple of the teams came out and they tried to, you know, say this wasn't going on or whatever and trying to, you know, kind of have what he said in the statement. But yeah, I think another coach, a black coach, came out and said, yeah, they did do that. And he had a similar situation where he was given X amount or was being bribed. This is bribery, okay? Said he was going to get X amount of dollars just to, you know, throw games, to lose games. I said, that's messed up. That's messed up. And at the same time, I am not surprised. I was looking at Vice. Okay, the TV channel Vice, all right? And if you don't have the channel, look them up on their app, okay? It's Vice TV, VICE. And they have a lot of world news stuff, a lot of different type of documentaries on everything. And I told y'all I was looking at I got caught up in this series called The Dark Side of Football, and it was talking about how they treat some of the minority players, especially the black players, okay, the hiring process or whatever, how they treat the injuries and stuff, and make them just go ahead and play on injuries or whatever. And it was this other documentary about being black in football and how they discussing all of this shit, the discrimination and everything that goes on. So when he came out and he put this out here, I'm not surprised that it's happening. And if it's happening in football, I'm pretty sure it's happening in the NBA. I'm pretty sure it's happening in the MLB. Is that what it is? Baseball, is it MLB or girl, I don't know what the fuck it is. Baseball, okay? I'm pretty sure it's happening in every area of sports and probably any industry, okay? Like, it's 2022 and this discrimination is still going on, and it is sad, and I stand with him. Okay, because it got to stop at some point. Somebody got to be bold enough to stand the fuck up and say something and to call it out for what it is, okay? It is discrimination, and if they are found liable for this, they need to give that man everything that he's asking for, and everybody else that's being affected by this. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about it. Speaking of football, Tom Brady came out and he officially, I guess, retired from football. I think after 2022 seasons. I don't watch football. I don't care. They say he's a alleged Trumper. Okay, I truly don't care. Allegedly, he got ties to Trump. I don't. Anyway, he was on the Giants and he on the Buccaneers or something like that. Girl, don't get me a line. Don't give me a lie. I said that like I knew exactly what I was talking about. Girl, who going to the Super Bowl? Is it the Rams versus the Bengals? Bengals? Is it Bengals or Bengals? Which one is it? Okay. Girl, the Super Bowl is it coming up this weekend, this Sunday? Okay, I'm pretty sure you girls gonna be watching it. Ashley won't, but I'll be watching Power. Okay, Power, Book of Ghosts and Book Force. Okay, that's what's coming on my Sunday TV. But you girls have fun. Y'all just tweet me, okay? Y'all just let me not put that out there, because as soon as I say that, it's gonna be 50 million tweets, and I'll be like, damn, I'm watching it right now. I'm just be looking out for when the halftime. No, okay, y'all just tweet me when the halftime show about to start, okay? Be like, Ashley, turn on to the channel. Turn on to the channel, okay? Like, is it true that Mary J. Blige is only getting one song? One song? Well, is she getting one song? Well, how many songs is Dr. Dre? How many songs is Eminem? How many songs is Kendrick Lamar? Who else is gonna be up there? Girl, who else? How many more songs they gonna do? And she only getting one? Please tell me that's a lie. I hope that's a lie, because that's messed up. Her catalog too extensive for her to just pick one bomb ass song. I mean, everybody know this dancer, dun, 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 or dun, 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 dun. Woo! She gotta get an upbeat song. Okay, like, that's messed up. But anyway, all the best to Tom Brady. I guess 22 years. 22 seasons, that's a lie. I know them knees is tired, okay? I know them knees is tired. I know he tired of being in pain or whatever, so go ahead and rest your ass, all right? You got all your rings and everything, so you ain't got nothing else to prove. Meanwhile, let's just get up into this Whoopi Goldberg situation. And let me just put this out here. I'm a person that's anti-racism, anti-bigotry, anti-prejudice, anti-ignorance, and anti all the negative stuff, okay? Anti-hate, all that. But we have to understand that there are some people that are really ignorant to certain things, and sometimes it's on purpose and sometimes it's by accident because they just really don't know. Whoopi Goldberg found herself in a bit of a hot water because she was on The View, and I believe I don't watch The View recently. I don't watch The View, okay? I just saw clips, and I heard the scuttlebutt about what was going on and the controversy that happened, and people are having mixed emotions and mixed feelings, especially, us black folks having mixed feelings about it. But at the end of the day, I don't know how I feel, okay? Because what wound up happening is she was on there. They was talking about the Holocaust, and if you don't know what the Holocaust has happened when Jews and other non-Jews that were in Europe under the rule of Hitler were basically genocide against. Okay, targeted, put in concentration camps, killed 6 million of them. Okay, one of the most terrible outside of slavery and what happened to Africans and African Americans in slavery, whatever. That has always been one of the most horrible things that always got me choked up when I hear about it. And I've done so many reports on that because when you go and you look and you do your research as to what happened with the Holocaust, it will break your heart. It will break your heart. The things that they did to them, it will break your heart. Okay? Um, and it makes me upset to this day that there are people who deny that it happens. It makes me upset that there are people who are anti-Semitic, especially when it comes to the topic of the Holocaust. Now, when we get into this whole situation with Whoopi, Whoopi basically said that the Holocaust wasn't. Let me see. Did I write something down? She said, because I want to get it right. She said it was about man's inhumanity to man and not about race. When one of her co-hosts challenged that assertion, she saying that the Holocaust was driven by white supremacy, Whoopi said, but these are two white groups of people. She added, this is white people doing it to white people, so y'all going to fight amongst yourselves. Now, I understand, I can see what she means by that, because a lot of people, and especially black folks, we look at the color of the skin when it comes to certain things. So when you see Jews, somebody that said they're Jewish or whatever, or another different ethnicity or whatever, you think white, all the way white. And that's not how it was looked at back then in 1930s and in 1940s and during World War II and during Hitler's reign. Jews were considered a different race back then. So to say that the Holocaust was not about race, that was wrong. And I get exactly where she's coming from, because what she did say was correct. It was about man and humanity, man, okay? It really was, because you're literally trying to kill people for what? Just because of something that they can't control. That it's not their fault that they were born this way, and that they're Jewish or whatever. That's just what they were born as, okay? And like I said, we have to remember that back then it was about race, okay? You cannot deny that it was not about race, because Hitler's whole thing was trying to make the perfect race, okay? The superior race, the Aryan race, which excluded the Jewish race, okay? You have to go back and you have to look at how things were said verbatim, okay? And Google is free for some of those that want to debate about no, it wasn't, no, this. Yes, it was. Back then they did call Jewish a different race, okay? The Jews were of a different race. They were of an inferior race, okay? Black people, inferior race, because they had black people out there, that was in there, okay? You had people of all kinds, okay? And it was all about making a superior race. Blue eyes, blonde hair, that type of situation, that type of thing, And so I feel as though Whoopi, she said something, what she said was partly ignorant, and I don't think it was willfully ignorant. It was like, maybe she could have misspoke, okay? Maybe she just didn't think it through, okay? And I heard that she kind of doubled down on it or something like that, but it was ignorant, it was naive or whatever. But then, when she came back and she realized what she said, she apologized, she put a statement out there right away. I would hope so, you know. Um, because what they should have allowed her to do, and y'all can correct me if this happened or not, was to get back on there and say, what I meant to say, or what I should have said was that it was about race and it was about men's inhumanity to men, because that would have been correct. But to say that it wasn't about race, that's what got everybody up in the uproar, okay? Because we know that that's not the case. It was about race. So that's where the ignorance come from. And I don't know what her mind frame is. I don't know if she remembered that, or, just like they say. And I remember like seeing what Bondi tweeted about, especially with black folks, when we look at certain people, we look at white people as just white people, just like what Whitney said, or Whoopi said, just, all white people are just white people. We just look at it like that. And not realizing that back then, especially, they were separate, okay? Jews from whites, you know what I'm saying? It was literally separate. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong too. We can all learn a lesson here. And therefore, what happens? People were offended. Did I feel as though Whoopi was trying to offend people on purpose? No. In that moment, she did not. I don't feel like she did it on purpose. It was not done on purpose, okay? But, they suspended her for 2 weeks because of it. Now, people feel as though this was wrong. Some people feel like, well, you got other people who said certain things and they lost their job, but you just suspend her. And some people, like I said, feel like she don't need to be suspended, or if she's going to be suspended, why is it just 2 weeks? Okay, it could have been just a couple of days. But I heard like, her coworkers even feel like that was just a little bit too much. Honestly, I understand if they would have gave her, like consequence for that, but I can see if she truly meant it and truly was like trying to deny that the whole thing happened, then I'm pretty sure she probably would have lost her job then. She probably would have lost her job then if she would have been up there denying that the whole thing happened. But I don't know. I want to present it to y'all and ask, do y'all feel as though that the 2 week suspension was needed? And be honest and be respectful. Even after the explanation that I said, do y'all feel like a 2 week suspension was needed? Consequences, yes. I don't know if I agree with the suspension or not. Like, I literally go back and forth and been going back and forth as to how do I feel about it. Because, yeah, she misspoke. Yes, she put out there something that was wrong. You know what I'm saying? She was wrong. She was wrong. Her point was wrong. And she apologized from what I've heard. But like I said, actions do have consequences. And anybody else who would have said that, they probably would have got a consequence too. So y'all tell me, what do you feel about it? Anyway, I see, and this all goes back to, and I know Whoopi is of an older, and then people do have an issue with the fact, because you name yourself after Goldberg, that's Jewish, you know what I'm saying? So, this all plays into the fact that because, and then when this came up, and I was looking at the Neighborhood Talk had posted something with Akbar V. She said, "What is the Holocaust?" This is what I'm talking about. Like, this is what's going on in the country. Like, history is being erased. When people trying to get stop the critical race theory being taught in schools and things like that, and the kids don't know what the Holocaust is. I learned about the Holocaust when I was in grammar school and in high school. Some of these kids don't know nothing about that. Some of these kids don't even know about a lot of things that happen in Black history because they're getting rid of stuff. And they're trying to just... Our history is being erased. And it's crazy. But y'all tell me how y'all feel about that. Nicki Minaj, she's been doing some interviews, and one of the interviews that stuck out to me and to everybody else was when she was asked in this one particular interview, would she do a song with the City Girls? And she basically, and to sum it up, would say no. Okay. And I know some people feel some type of way about Nicki sometimes or whatever, but in this case, I agree with her because I would have felt the same way. Her reasoning basically is, I've seen you say stuff in interviews and I've seen you tweet things or whatever when I thought that you were cool or whatever, but yet you're saying negative things about me, especially during the time when it was the whole, Nicki versus Cardi thing. Unfortunately, that happened. I truly wish that never happened because they really could have had a song together and we'll never get that. We'll never get that. But, two New York girls, you know what I'm saying? That would have been fire. That would have been fire. But, it didn't happen. And it caused such division. And, clearly the City Girls sided with Cardi. We remember the whole interview that Carisha did on the Breakfast Club, putting her stance down or whatever. And back then, I really didn't follow the City Girls. But I do know that they said some things about Nicki. And I understand her standpoint, okay? I do know in recent time, I think that, they came across or came to liking her or whatever and being cool. But when she said that she didn't want to do a song, she wouldn't do a song with them because of that. That's some real shit. Because a lot of us wouldn't work with somebody that says some negative shit about us, okay? Like, come on. That's just like trying to do a video with somebody on who trashed your name on YouTube or whatever, who trashed you or turned you in at work or whatever. Like, you wouldn't do that. Somebody that disgraced your name, somebody that just you heard said some negative stuff and it's confirmed that they said a lot of negative things about you, you can't trust it. Like, I wouldn't be able to do that shit and then we haven't talked about it. No. Okay, so I'm not finna work with it. You know what I'm saying? Wish you the best, but we're not gonna do no dealings with each other, okay? Because it seems a little fake. But after that came out, I guess whoever was in charge, whatever, reached out to whoever camp, and Nicki put out that the City Girls and her, they talk, and everything is all to the good now, and JT confirmed it, Carisha confirmed it. They all in love right about now with Nicki. And to me, some can call that a PR move or whatever, but this is how I wish things would have went with her and Cardi. And I hate to bring it up. I wish things would have went that way with them. Like, they could have just actually sat down and clear shit up right then and there, and we wouldn't have had that whole thing that happened, okay? Because that's unfortunate, like I said. But they cleared it up. They didn't let it linger on, and they're cool. And I appreciate, I respect it. I ain't got nothing bad to say about it, okay? Because sometimes we gotta grow up. We gotta grow up, okay? Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. CNN President Jeff Zucker, he resigned from the cable network because, girl, they found out, he didn't let them know that he was fucking around with a colleague, okay? And this was around the time when they was doing the whole situation with Chris Cuomo, okay? So he let them know then, yeah, y'all doing this shit to Bill Chris, but let me let you know that I was messing around with somebody. Mind you, this person that he was messing with, girl, they said Katie Couric had, she was cool with him. And she was like, I had suspected that they was messing around years ago. Okay? They say they both divorced now. He's stepping down and he resigning or whatever. Mama said she's staying. I said, you know what? She said, good for you, but I'm keeping my job. Okay. I said, you know what? See, this is why I don't want to fuck with people in my workplace, okay? And you get into certain type of jobs and certain type of corporations where it's frowned upon to work, to mess around with your co-workers. And if you do have to fill out a form to let them know that y'all are together. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time to go through all that. And that's what people sneak around and feelings get hurt and all that shit. Ain't nobody got time for that. But, moving on from that, update with the Astro World lawsuits. So basically, they are now, it says that a Texas court panel has officially approved the consolidation of at least 387 lawsuits to be combined into one big giant lawsuit. Bitch, for $3 billion. $3 billion. That is crazy. It is the lawsuit that's against Travis Scott and Live Nations for what happened at Astro World. Um, they said this move was reported to be done in order to decrease the inefficiency and to ease the litigation process by having one judge preside, and is said to be standard in cases of mass injuries where multiple plaintiffs share similar evidence and grievances against the same defendant. It was a decision that was desired by both sides in the lawsuit, and it's reported there will be more than 2,800 victims represented in this giant case, with the plaintiffs suing Travis and Live Nations for negligence. To be honest, like I said, I know people feel like Travis shouldn't be getting sued, but he's getting sued mainly because it's his festival. He's the face of it. It's his name on it. But, Live Nation is the promotion, okay? And everybody else should be getting sued too, because y'all the one that didn't put the shit together right. So, hey, I'm not surprised from it, but they said, bitch, it went up. It went up. First of all, it was 287 now, or 282. Now it went up by 100 to 287, and then it went up $1 billion. Because at first it was 2 billions, now it's 3. That is crazy. I feel for him. But yeah, gotta pay the piper one day. But anyway, this whole update. Let me just say this, Adele. I hate the fact that the blogs trying to put out there, okay, because we talked about the fact that Adele had to cancel, not necessarily cancel, but postpone her residency out there in Vegas. It's supposed to be doing weekends until like March or something like that, but she had to postpone it because she said the set wasn't ready, the production wasn't ready. Half of the crew came down with the virus, okay, and that went down. But then it stopped getting away from that story. And that, from what she said out of her own mouth, of what was happening and the reason for it, to being that she was crying to the phone all the time to her boyfriend Rich, and they're having relationship problems. So that's the reason why she postponed it, because she's having relationship problems with this man. And I just hate the fact that they reduced this woman to being unprofessional by stopping her whole show over some relationship problems with a man. Would y'all do that to a male artist? And say, oh, he postponed and he stopped this because he was having relationship problems with his woman. No, why would you do it to a woman? I just don't understand that. And she had to come out and say that shit ain't true. Her and Rich is good. I said, that don't even sound like Adele. Okay, and truth be told, it don't sound like many of these artists out here anyway. It's a whole bunch of them that be having relationship and family problems that still go ahead and do their damn show. Okay, bitch. Beyonce was doing the fucking Mrs. Carter tour and the goddamn Formation tour, and bitch was probably still getting cheated on the ass. I be reminding her of her shit, and that's probably why a bitch ain't got a box yet. Let me shut my ass up. Anyway, I love her. I really do. I just want the people to know that, because... But I'm going to be real with it. Anyway, moving on from that. Ricky, Pretty Ricky's baby Blue. Whoa. Okay, he going to jail on the 7th. He said y'all can write him. Y'all can send him some stuff. He put his information out there. And if y'all write him, he going to write y'all back. I said, okay. Listen, I said, let me find out, baby Blue, you trying to be on Love After Lockup. Let me find out. And then had the nerve to say, basically, that he was being scammed and used as a scapegoat as the reason why he got this time. I said that earlier, you admitted that this shit happened, and now all of a sudden you the scapegoat, and this is a scammer that was scamming other celebrities? No, y'all did this shit, okay? Y'all willfully did this shit. Now stop that. All right. Y'all saw Brandy do the national anthem, and she paid homage. I don't know if I said this, but she played homage to Whitney Houston with the tracksuit. Let me tell you something. Brandy did that shit. I ain't got no goddamn complaints, all right? Brandy also opened up in the new book for Whitney Houston that's being written by Garrett Kennedy. It's called Didn't we almost have it all in defense of Whitney Houston? She basically had to admit that, she had to come around to the fact, it took her some time to come around to the fact that, you know, Whitney basically is to blame for her own passing, because she wanted to put the blame on this person and that person. But you when you look up to somebody, when you know somebody, and you don't see all the stuff that they're going through, and they don't put it all out there, but you see some parts of it, and you think things are going one way, whatever, you don't want to see it. You don't want to see it. You don't want to admit it, and whatever. But sometimes it takes you a minute to come to terms to the fact that, yeah, they weren't perfect, and they were doing some things, and that's what it was. And I feel where Brandy coming from. And it's going to be 10 years this year, this month it's going to be 10 years since Whitney passed. Wow, that's crazy. But I just might look at the book. I don't know. I just wish they leave Whitney alone. I really do. um And the last thing I want to talk about, because this is long, and I want to give it to y'all long because I missed the day, but it was this Playboy docuseries. I think it came on A&E. I have to watch it, but the main thing that has been coming out, because I know Bondi was watching it and she was tweeting about it, and a lot of the stuff, like, I don't know why people are surprised, because when I heard, every time I hear Playboy and you hear about the Playboy Mansion and you hear about all that stuff, and I never thought that anything, it was good, like it was 100% safe things that was going on. So one of the main things that's been put out there and taken out is the fact that allegedly, Don Cornelius, who was the host of Soul Train, basically he had free reign over the mansion. He was a so-called ringleader, and he took a couple of the bunnies and he had them locked up for like 3 days, brutalizing them, beating them, sexually assaulting them, drugging them, and all this stuff. And no charges was filed. At least I think they tried to file a report or whatever, but no charges was filed or whatever. And one of the girls said she can hear the other girl being brutalized and all this stuff. It was crazy. Now, some people probably have some issues with this because it is Don Cornelius. He's no longer here, and why wait till this long to say this or whatever? And because it's Don Cornelius and he's an icon in our community or whatever. But at the same time, I'm not surprised that I'm hearing this. If you look at the BET has the show that's based on that's about Soul Train. It was in season 2 before COVID came, and I don't know if they're coming back for season 3. But Don Cornelius wasn't all that of a. He wasn't an angel at all. He had issues, and as I was looking at the BT show, I was like, excuse me, like, he was a hoe. He was cheating. Okay, he did drugs and all of that stuff. I said, wow. And I learned that just from looking at that TV series. Okay. And so to hear this, we have to remember, like, this was back in the 70s, probably, too. 70s, 80s, like 60s, 70s, or whatever. Girl, it was a whole bunch of shit that was going on back then that they could get away with, that they cannot get away with these today. Okay, that was the era of free love and taking advantage. I mean, come on. But I'm not gonna say he did. Listen, I'm not surprised, and I'm not gonna say that they're lying. But if it comes out to be true, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. But y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. Okay, y'all believe it? Hey, I don't put anything past anybody. Listen, I've been on here talking long enough. What time is it? Girl, I bet you it's 9 o'clock. It's 9:30 fucking 8, bitch. I gotta get ready for work in the morning. Let me do this. Y'all, I hope y'all enjoy it. I hope y'all have a good week. I apologize again for being late. Blame the weather, not my heart, not my head. And enjoy the rest of your weekend. And please, please, please be safe, okay? And I will see you guys later. Peace.